Hi BookTube, it's Gina. Happy Friday. Hope you are doing well. It's only 3:15 my time, but I didn't officially take a lunch break at work today. So I'm going to consider this my lunch break and do a quick Friday reads and a chat. How's your week been going? I've been busy this week. I had a actual day off on Wednesday, which was nice. I kind of just took it easy and didn't really do much of anything. My plan was, of course, was to read, but for some reason I didn't get that much done. But it was delightful nonetheless. What else happened this week? Oh, Flossie, our little kitten Flossie, the foster that you have seen around before, went to her forever home. We took her in to get spayed at Seattle Humane, and there was a hold on her on the website, and so she got adopted. I just fell in love with that kitten. She brought so much joy to my life, and I'm super glad that she got a good home and a person who really seems to love her a lot. So I'm down to now 4 cats. I have 3 full-time cats, and then we still have the one foster, Kingston, who is a beautiful Siamese. He comes over here. I'll give him a little cameo appearance. But I thought I would just chat with you about what I have read since we talked last. It's not a ton, but it's been a lot of fun. So the first thing I read was The Neverending Story by Michael Ende. And this is actually translated from German, which I didn't realize. I've known about this story for a long time and watched the movie adaptation, which was terrible, probably back in the 80s, and had never read the story. So I read The Neverending Story, really enjoyed it, didn't love it. I think the translation I had might have been a little bit weird. There were a lot of sort of American English colloquialisms that felt very jarring to me in a translation. Like maybe they were trying to capture some levity or easiness that I just didn't feel with the translation. But overall, I enjoyed it. It's a middle grade book, fantasy, about a boy who is struggling in his daily life, runs into a bookstore to escape some tormenting bullies, and pretty much falls in love with a book, which is a wonderful premise, and it was a fun story to read. I might want to try another translation and just see if I had a translation that was odd, because I know there has been a lot of really rave reviews about this, and it was fine for me. I didn't love it, but it was good. Next, I read Christmas at Thompson Hall, which is a short story, very short story by Anthony Trollope, and this was a suggestion by somebody in the comments on a prior video. Always, you know me, looking for something cozy, especially around Christmas time, so I'm getting in my Christmas reading mood. And Christmas at Thompson Hall is sort of a comic story about a woman and her husband who were trying to get to their family home in somewhere in England, I can't remember exactly, for Christmas. And some chaos ensues in the hotel. There's a really, really funny scene where the wife, the woman goes, she's trying to give her husband a cold remedy, and she wanders into the wrong room, and it's really, really funny. Here's Kingston. He just decided to pay a visit. He's so beautiful and very soft. We love him. So Christmas at Thompson Hall, I shouldn't really even call it a novel, because it was really more of a short story. And it wasn't really even that Christmassy, because it was primarily just them trying to get to Christmas. So no cozy Christmas scenes, which is ultimately my favorite. Then I finally finished Bleak House. Yay! Let's see. It's up here on my, I'm going to just show you my sort of, it's not all Victorian. I've got my Jane Austens up here, some Victorian, the Brontes, an Elizabeth Gaskell. This shelf's gonna have to expand because I don't have enough room for everything. So I'm probably gonna reorganize these and maybe fill up another shelf. But Bleak House is up here, and I finally finished this doozy, and I loved it. I also struggled with it a little bit. I think I mentioned this in a prior video. I just cannot settle in to books written in the present tense. And this is a dual narrative. Part of it's written in present tense, part of it's written in first person. And I loved those scenes a lot. Those were definitely my favorite scenes. The present tense, third person narrative, just, I struggled with it a little bit. But overall, I still really enjoyed this book. I can totally see why people absolutely love it. A couple really funny things and very cynical. Charles Dickens in this book is just tearing into the religious establishment, the lawyer establishment. Having a little cat fight going on over here. And so it's a lot of fun to read, and a lot of fun to just get inside of Charles Dickens' crazy mind. So this was a lot of fun. And then lastly, I read Q's Legacy by Helene Hanff. And Helene Hanff is the author of 84 Charing Cross Road, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. It, of course, was based on her book of letters between her and the owner of the bookstore in England, where she started buying her books back in the 40s, in early war times, early World War II times. And Helene Hanff is delightful. She's quirky, she's funny, she's got a really biting sense of humor. And 84 Charing Cross Road, let's see, I've got a whole bunch of, actually, I'm gonna grab my Helene Hanff's. Don't go away, because I wanna show you some of these. Okay, I'm back. So I've got this beautiful edition from this is Foxed Folios. Slightly foxed, not Fox Folios, slightly foxed. And this is their 84 Charing Cross Road edition, which is the actual letters written between her and primarily Frank Dowell, but also some other of the workers of the bookstore. And this, I have to say, I love the book, but I love the movie even more. So if you read 84 Charing Cross Road and you didn't love it, watch the movie, because the movie is wonderful. I have to say, and so I've got some other Helene Hanff's. I've also read, not right now, but this is the Duchess of Bloomsbury Street. And then I've got two more that I want to read. One is Letter from New York and Underfoot in Show Business. And what I can say after reading Q's Legacy is I can sort of see why Helene Hanff was a struggling writer for most of her life. She's not a great author. She's not a great writer. She's a really fantastic person. She tells us great stories. But her writing it's not great. So I enjoyed this, and I love hearing the backstory of what inspired her to start writing, how she learned, how she fell in love with the literature that she ended up falling in love with, which was based on the Q is an English professor whose essays and books she started reading early on to educate herself. And so this is an homage to Q, and it's really the story of how she educated herself, how she wrote 84 Charing Cross Road, its production into a BBC little short movie, and then someone turned it into a play. And it was fantastic. But she's really not a great writer. So if you love Helene Hanff and you love 84 Charing Cross Road, I would definitely recommend this. And I'm going to get to the other two soon. If you're not a huge fan of 84 Charing Cross Road, you can skip these. You will probably not be impressed by them either. So that is it for me for Friday. I've also got a nice little drink. Are these not the prettiest little glasses? I bought some new glasses because I wanted something pretty and delicate. So I bought some new glasses this week, and I'm going to meet my sisters tomorrow for a little brunch at a restaurant out in public. And then I am prepping. I haven't told you guys this yet because I still feel a little conflicted about traveling, but I am planning a family trip to Disneyland on Wednesday for a long weekend. So I'm very excited about that. I'll tell you more about that. I might grab some footage and try and do a little video while I'm there. I'm not sure about that because I feel a little awkward filming in public. And plus, I just want to relax and enjoy it. But I think I'm going to try and grab some pictures, grab some video while I'm there. I'll definitely talk to you before that, but I might even do a what's cheering me up video because there's been so many fun things cheering me up recently, and my Disneyland planning is at the top of that list. I'm just so excited. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.